And please do not forget to use your raise hand emojis for any questions. Whenever you're ready, Coach.
Yeah, well, congratulations to Duke on the win. And it was a hard-fought defensive game by both teams. You know, when you look at the statistics, um, they were 0 of 9 on third down, and I think the game came down to us kicking field goals and them scoring a couple more touchdowns than us. We gave them a short field with a turnover in the red zone, which really hurt. Defensively, we played good enough in that game for us to win, and we just didn't connect, offensively enough. I heard CJ talking, I mean, he threw some good balls that were dropped. He threw behind a couple guys. He threw high to a couple guys, and we got to make some play calls in certain situations to help. But collectively, it's not good enough. And, it's a we, us, and ours business, and there isn't any blame other than everybody. It starts with me. Disappointing more than anything, just for our seniors. Like I've said, I take it really personal to send them out with a win, and thought we prepared well and didn't get it done. Duke has a good defense. Statistically, they've been really good all year, and they showed that today. They made it hard on us offensively, and we just weren't able to capitalize when we got the ball across the 20. And every time we got down there, we didn't get touchdowns but once.
I'm going to begin with questions. Corey?
Yeah, Dave, you mentioned the struggles in the red zone. We asked CJ Bailey about it a little bit, but I wanted to ask you as well. What did you see from Duke that led to those struggles in the red zone?
Different drives. They zero blitzed us in one drive 3 straight times, and we didn't manage it. Didn't do a good job. We had a good play call on one, and one of the receivers slipped. Dakari came out one-on-one on a guy. We thought we'd win there, and he slipped. Other than that, they covered us. They rushed us. They stopped the run. We didn't get it done. We got outplayed in that area of the field, and there's nothing magic about it. It's tight windows, and they made more plays down there than us, and we didn't finish drives in that area of the field. And so we were able to get down there quite a bit, but you got to finish. It's not about being 100% scoring if they're all field goals, You got to get some touchdowns, and it's execution more than anything. And it's not one thing, there's multiple things that happened.
There were a few missed passes by Bailey tonight, but a lot of drops, especially in the second half. What is your assessment of that impact on the offense as well?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about being efficient, and what I mean by that is, on first down, you get 4 yards or more, whatever the down and distance is. On second down, you get half of it and get yourself into manageable third downs, and then you operate on third down over 60%. And when you hit a guy wide open on a slant or a square in on first down, and it's going to be 2nd and 3 and it's dropped, it's now 2nd and 10. And so those kind of plays are impactful. They are. No different than when you have a 30-yard run and there's a holding penalty. Those are impactful plays that hurt your offense. And I thought we had gotten past that kind of stuff. We caught the ball well all year. I mean, this hasn't been an issue. We've had really good stretch and catch plays by receivers and tight ends and backs. And so it was frustrating that it happened tonight, because that hasn't been something we've done this year. I thought our guys throughout the season have really caught the football well, but that wasn't the case tonight.
Thank you.
Ethan?
Hey, Dave. Earlier this season, you talked about kind of shortening the season into a 5-game stretch, and that's how you kind of recalibrated the team's expectations. Going into another bye week here, what's, the key to, focusing on these last 2 games and recalibrating expectations again?
Yeah, I mean, I said this in the locker room. We have 2 games left. We have a short bye because we play on a Thursday the following week, go down to Georgia Tech, and then come home and play a rival. And so we have 2 opportunities to finish, and that's what they're going to remember, is how they finish. And we need to do a great job one at a time. And obviously it starts with the corrections from this game, getting the guys back in the right frame of mind and getting back to work.
Noah?
Hey, Coach, you've talked about finishing in the red zone previously this year. How do you guys try to go about, fixing that instead of, kind of just settling for field goals when you have to do that?
Yeah, I mean, if I had the answer for you right now, I'd give it to you, but I need to look at it. I thought we had corrected that coming out of the last bye. We were much better, but today we were really bad down there. And so, and get in the film room with the staff and look at it and see what's happening, how we're getting attacked, and what the shortcomings are. But it's been a lot better, obviously, than it was tonight. It's not as bad as it can get because there's other games this year where we've turned the ball over down there multiple times. So we got points, but you need touchdowns to win a game like that.
Colby?
From your perspective, what have teams done this year to limit KC conception?
It's been double teams. It's been reroutes with the man over the top. At times tonight it wasn't. It was just they put their best DB on him. And sometimes he covered him really well. Sometimes he didn't. And at times we threw the football to him. He had 2 drops, but most teams have leaned to safety his way, which is smart. And because of that, you've seen us be able to get the ball to other guys. Justin Jolie's been a benefactor of that. Some of the outside receivers have been a benefactor of that. But there's definitely if you watch their game plan in the second half in particular, they took their corner that was playing on the outside in the first half and put him on him the entire second half when they were playing man-to-man with the safety over the top. And so it's hard when that's going to happen. It's really an outside-inside look. And then in zone defense, you have an underneath player with a zone player over the top. So there's a lot more attention on him. And last year, really coming out of the bye, it became kind of the show and people weren't as in tune, and they had the whole offseason to listen to how good a player he is. And obviously they're paying attention. They're doing a good job. They're defending him well. And that's why we've had to spread the ball around. And, it's about players making plays. That's how you win games. Bottom line is we didn't make enough of them.
To our final 2 questions. Stone?
Hey, Coach, I was going to ask about the red zone, but I feel like we've kind of already gone over that, so I'll just move on to something else. Duke was held to 0 for 9 on third down. They barely averaged a yard per carry in the running game. You won the turnover battle, time of possession, but ultimately still come away, unfortunately, with a double-digit loss. What else do you think, aside from the red zone stuff, sticks out to you to where you want to really key in and improve in order for you guys to reach that bowl-eligible status in these next 2 games?
Drops and penalties. We had 8 penalties, and I don't have the number here. It's not on the stats, but drops and penalties would be the other 2 things,
Thank you,
Thank you.
Coach.